If you're a Marvel fan, you're going to really like this game. It's called Marvel Future Fight, and I'm currently using it for Android OS. It has a very large list of characters. It has lots of cool attributes, a very large cast of characters that you could choose from, many that you've seen in the Marvel Universe before, and some built specifically for this game. You can level these characters all the way up to 70 in terms of experience level. Then you could improve their gear. You can improve each one of their powers, level 1 through 6. You can add ISO 8 stones, which improve certain attributes of the character like defense and hit points, so forth. And then you could also improve custom gear, which adds unique attributes to your powers. They also give you the opportunity to purchase things in different ways. Now, this MMO is free to play, and there are plenty of opportunities for purchasing upgrades. And it's a really fun game. I think they did a very good job for the Android system here to have a massively multiplayer online game that has a lot of automation to it, and it's fun to either participate or to sort of be a bit of a spectator. Here is some of the crafting that you can do. You can improve the different custom gear. There are plenty of freebies that they give you on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis to incentivize you to keep coming back and play this game further. They do have events like the Halloween event, and they're still adding to this game as we speak. They just added 3 new characters, which is Sentinel, Gambit, and Nightcrawler. I was able to get Nightcrawler, and the list of things that you can do are pretty long. As I mentioned, you've got energy, which kind of controls. That's the lightning bolt at the upper left-hand corner. That kind of controls how much gameplay you can do at once, so you don't burn out. Then there's gold, of course, which are like tokens, basically allow you to purchase lots of upgrades, and they're kind of the lifeblood of the game. Then there's energy crystals, which are a way for you to purchase things in an alternative way. There are comic book cards, which apply to all of the characters in your roster, and there are different attributes for each one of these cards, and you can acquire new cards. There's lots of unlockable content on this game, and I could just see someone playing every day for a year or two straight, and you could still constantly have a huge roster to play with and improve and experiment with. The bean counters that are interested in all of the numbers will probably have a field day with this game, because you can really tweak and upgrade your characters' different attributes like hit points and critical rate, defense, ignore defense, and the different attributes that you would have to certain powers. Like if is it, for example, if a physical attack, there'll be a percentage of for this or that, like percentage of mind resist, hit points, ignore defense, cooldown duration, mind resist, all kinds of different global effects that will apply to your entire roster. So rather than spending your time upgrading each and every character, this is a good way to have some global attributes to your entire roster. As I mentioned previously, this game does have an economy, and you're able to sell certain things that you acquire along the way, and you're able to take those proceeds and apply them to something that you do want. And so, no, again, the game has a lot of the attributes of a successful MMO. There is player versus the electronic character, so PvE, there's PvP, there's Sentinel there. PvP against another human character. There are different co-plays that you can perform in, so you could cooperatively join to, team up against a boss. There's lots of unlockable content, lots of daily content that you can perform, and they sort of have limits on how many missions you can perform based on the level of energy, that lightning bolt at the upper left-hand corner. Some of the characters that I have well developed are Iron Hammer, which is a combination of Thor and Iron Man, and Spider-Man 2099, which is one of my earliest characters that I was able to unlock, which was cool, kind of a lottery-based system. Some yeah, you recruit characters in this game through biometrics, is what they're called. The story is a bit convoluted in terms of the dimensional rifts, where you have the entire Marvel cast in different dimensions and are all battling each other. So it's kind of a long story. They have story modes where you could follow along and you know, piece together how, you know, this is all occurring, and why it makes sense or doesn't make sense to have one Spider-Man fight another Spider-Man. In any effect, there are all kinds of different things that you will get daily as goodies. There's a lab which allows you to create antimatter and have dimension missions that basically allow you to take recommended characters and unrecommended characters, send them into another dimension for mission, and you'll get what's called dimension tokens or something like that. And there are purple coins that you see at the upper right hand corner, about 400 of them, and they allow you to purchase certain things like stones or custom gear, you know, basically at no cost. So as I mentioned before, you can purchase things with gold, you can purchase them with alliance tokens, you can purchase them with crystals, purchase them with dimension tokens. There's lots of different ways other than, you know, the US dollar that can be used to purchase certain things and unlock characters in this game. I recommend you download all the data so that you don't have to download it each and every time. So you can change the settings on the performance and the level of graphics. Right now, I think I have it on high performance and medium graphics. There's one common feature that a lot of MMOs have, which is called grinding, and what you just saw me do with the Hulk is grind him up a few levels from 57 to 58, I think. So you can get them, most characters, all the way up to level 60 before you have to, you know, start bumping them up. So there's experience, there's rank level, which gives them more abilities. They usually come with about 6 abilities once you get the 6-star ranking. And then you get what's called mastery. Mastery is where you get those red stars, and the red stars are where you get to improve a lot of those attributes and mature the character's ability. Instead of just having the ability, then now you actually, you know, the numbers get higher. Again, there are plenty of statistics, you know, for each character. Some of the main good characters that you want to get is Deadpool. One is Deadpool. He's like one of the best characters in the game. And Wolverine as well, specifically because of their healing factor. There are some other characters that have some unique abilities that you can unlock with the improvement of uniforms. So they come with a basic uniform, but you can upgrade their uniform, and they magically gain some kind of 5 other skills or some revamped skills that are probably a lot more effective. You know, in the real world, you know, a new uniform wouldn't give you skills, but you know, this is a game. Some characters like Dr. Octopus you can change completely into a version of Spider-Man called Superior Spider-Man, which I just happen to use it because I don't like Dr. Octopus at all. Certain characters are overpowered when you give them the featured costumes. For example, level 6, which is I think called Explosive Sabotage. You know, his big power has a fear component, which is very, very effective. And so there's different resistances and attacks and so forth. Here, this is Nightcrawler here that I unlocked during the Halloween campaign. And what's cool about all of the characters that are available in the game is that you can preview their skill set, even if you have not recruited the character yet. In other words, that character is not yet in your roster. You haven't unlocked that character yet, and you unlock them through gaining biometrics. So This preview basically shows you a mature version of the character, a tier 2 level with all 5 of their powers. Sometimes characters like Deadpool or Ant-Man will have a sixth power, um, which you'll get at a higher level. And so there's a huge cast of characters that you can unlock in this game. Some of them are premium characters that you purchase, and some of them are characters that you unlock through gameplay. One of the other powerful characters in this game is Thanos, and he's probably by far one of the most powerful characters in this game. You could pretty much he's kind of a one man show there, and but again, the characters that are very unkillable tend to be like Deadpool, or there's a character which is a combination of Scarlet Witch and Weapon X, and they call her Weapon Hex. I don't think she's viewable here in this roster because she's a premium character. She may be. But there are plenty of characters that you can pick from and experiment with. And, they all have their unique abilities, which you can augment. Like I said, there's a lot of options for this type of game that I would not normally find in any Android game. I think the developers really outdid themselves. Now, I have most of my characters are level 40 and above. I have a few level 60s and one tier 2 character. And as you can see here, the sixth ability, which is tier 3 here for Deadpool, is something that's sort of on a cooldown timer, and you can execute that once it reaches 100% here. So this is a really fun game. There's lots of different things that you can do with these characters. You could play by yourself in story mode. You could do cooperative play with other people that are playing this game around the world. This game does come in different languages, and that is also a cool thing. So it kind of makes it a globally available game. You'll see certain characters' name, printed in Chinese, or I really can't tell you the exact dialect. This is the level 6 tier 3 power that Deadpool has. It's pretty fancy. But again, what makes Deadpool, Wolverine, X-23, Weapon Hex, what makes them pretty cool and difficult to beat is the fact that they have a healing factor, and that could be bumped up to the point where basically these characters are tanks and they're unkillable, and it seems to be unfair, but every character is unique in a certain way. You can unlock heroes or villains. This happens to be Apocalypse, and they have some really cool artwork, lots of options. For a average level tablet, which I'm running this on right now, I'm able to have a lot of fun, and it's everything that you see here that I've been playing with is free to play. I am not a VIP. However, it is probably best that if you're going to dedicate time to this game, that you might want to become a VIP member so that you can take advantage of certain VIP perks. You are going to have to tend to accumulate gold and different kinds of custom gear, ISO 8 stones, and so forth. And those are more readily available through VIP. But you can, if you want to, just grind free to play and not put a nickel into this game, but it's going to take you a lot longer, and you probably won't have all the goodies. But these are the cast of characters that I have unlocked, probably over about a 2-month period. I've been playing this game regularly. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of my nightcap, which happens to be why I'm recording this right now. But anyway, this is a fun game. I highly recommend you give it a try if you're on Android, and it runs very well. This character's name here is X23. I believe is her name, yeah, X23. I was able to unlock her through an event. They have lots of event missions, and she has a healing factor like Wolverine. So I don't know if she's his clone or somehow related to Wolverine, but she has basically, similar abilities as Wolverine, except she's not a tier 2 character out of the box. So you're able to acquire her biometrics, rank her up, and then improve her mastery in that order, so to speak. And she seems to be accessible, whereas through Wolverine, Doctor Strange, and Deadpool, which are the 3 tier 2 characters you get out of the box, so to speak. This is Gambit here. He's a new character that's been recently added. But the X23 character is just a standalone character. The tier 2 characters, like I said, Wolverine, Deadpool, and Doctor Strange, they require a very long process to upgrade, because since they're already tier 2, they're going to make it more difficult for you to upgrade. So here I am using what's called assemble points to purchase something, and that's something you do by adding and sending friend requests. If you have Facebook or whatever, they're trying to promote the game, and they give you lots of goodies and incentives for you to promote the game. But it's a lot of fun to play this game. It is kind of a time sink, so it's something that you're gonna have to play with and see if you want to stick with it. But most MMOs are. There's lots of standard content and some unlockable content. But the list of things that you can do with this game, all things considered, this being an Android game, I really have to say that they outdid themselves again with the level of artwork, detail, the music, and there's a level of automation in this game which I do like. What I'm doing here is joining a cooperative mission where you pick 3 characters. Well, the computer picks 3 characters, and they cooperatively battle a common foe. Usually some world boss or some giant monster, and you get a small reward for completing the mission. Like I said, there's a level of automation in this game which I do like, which is commonly not found in MMOs, where you can set it to autoplay and repeat, respectively. I like that because one of the things I used to play City of Heroes a lot. It was a really big game for me, and I was spending way too much time playing that game, to the point where I hated it because it was just drove me crazy. But what's cool about this game is that, we're a City of Heroes, where I had to spend way too much time grinding these characters up manually. It would just take way too much of my time. I mean, just way too much. People who develop MMOs must think you have like an unlimited amount of time in your life to grind their characters up. They make them as addicting as possible. They want you to play, but it takes way too much time to do all this stuff. And so one thing that I do like about this game is that there are autoplay and auto repeat features, which basically, if you just want to sort of get the incentive to play, you could just set it on automatic. There's also something called clear tickets, which allow you to automatically clear through missions where you get the goodies from the mission without having to go through the entire process of going through the mission, where you basically just use these clear tickets. So there's shortcuts, alternative ways to buy things, automation. There's lots of cool attributes to this Android game. Excuse me, it's late at night here, and normally when I would just play this game fall asleep. But this game's a lot of fun. There's also some PvP features that sort of stimulate you to become a lot better uh, with certain characters, because obviously you want to beat those matches and see how your character stacks up to others. Um, and we're gonna do that right now. They're called alliance play or something, but you get rewards for everything. There's nothing that you really do in this game where chances are you're not going to get rewarded for it. So here we're going to be doing some PvP play. These are my 3 best characters. And you will find characters that you will battle in this game that are higher than you. Some of them are level 70 tier 2 characters. In this particular instance, I picked a team that was just slightly above me. They had 2 characters that were, I think, level 61. Let's see here, level 61 and 62, and then 1 level 51. But these characters, even though they're, I'm level 60 on all 3 characters and only have 1 tier 2, I was able to, take advantage of Spider-Man 2099. He's not bad. He's actually has some very good abilities where he can ignore the defense, and I've augmented that with some custom gear. You can also switch off players in the match, so that if you have certain abilities that you want to sort of use, like maybe Spider-Man webbing someone up, and then uh, you know this other character that I'm currently using to pour on the pain there, you can achieve victory. So thanks for watching this video, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.